After all of the work and stress involved in preparing for my hike, the day had finally arrived. In the past, I've flown into Atlanta, and my friend Sherry, whose trail name is Raid, picked me up from the Atlanta airport, hosted me in her home, and drove me to the trail. This time, my husband would be driving me to the trail. I wanted him to see the trail and experience, if possible, just a bit of the Appalachian Trail. I think we were both excited about our road trip because we woke up at about 1:30 a.m. and could not go back to sleep. So, we got up and made the coffee. We packed up the car before the sun came up. Soon we were on our way, the bright moon lighting the way down our dirt and gravel road. The chickens, dog, and cat were in good hands with my friend and neighbor Judy. My friend Ray, the neighborhood cat lady, offered to check in on our cat, Chloe, and give her some attention until Bud arrived back home. The day was cloudy, but that didn't dampen our spirits one bit. It had been years since we'd taken a road trip together. I made chicken salad for the trip, and coffee, of course. Bud really liked it. I didn't want to be worn out before I started the trail, and I didn't want Bud to be worn out before the long drive back alone, so we decided to split up the trip. As we put more miles behind us, I could feel the stress just leaving my body. The next morning, we were back on the road and headed toward Amicalola Falls State Park to register my thru hike and stay at the lodge. My friend Raid would be meeting us for supper, and I was very excited to see her. When we entered Georgia, I got a bad case of Sasquatch hair, and nothing in my bag of tricks helped. Google Maps took us all over the place, but eventually we found ourselves at Amicalola State Park. The first order of business was to register my hike and pick up my thru hiker tag for my backpack. We listened to the required presentation, and then it was time to get the iconic picture under the arch taken. This time, Bud was with me. We went to the lodge, but found out that check-in was not until 3 p.m., but they told us to check back early to see if the rooms were ready earlier. So we went to check out the falls, but also heard that it was a short 10-minute walk downstairs to view it. We opted to go down only a few flights. It was still spectacular. We ate more chicken salad. Then Bud decided to visit the wildlife viewing area to see if he could catch sight of anything interesting.
Well, here we are at the Amicalola Wildlife Viewing Area, hoping to get a glimpse of all the rare wildlife that is here. And, oh, you hear that sound? Look, there is the rarest of all sightings here in Amicalola, a wild North American hiker. And, oh, look, it's even more rare. It's an unescorted doe.
Then we went back down to the visitor center to kill time, then back up to the lodge. The room was still not ready. That was okay, because while I was sitting in the lobby, I met a really nice lady who was also starting her thru hike. We talked for quite a while. Finally, our room was available. We ended up getting a room with a gorgeous view. The room was really nice, especially since we got the senior discount. Later, my friend Sherry met us for dinner at the lodge. We had a great time visiting, and she gave me my very first trail magic. When Sherry left, we were both so tired from the excitement of the day and from having woken up at 1:30 a.m. that we both went straight to bed.